Have you ever caught yourself wondering whether you still make heads turn when you step through a doorway? As the years roll by, it's only natural to question how other people see you, especially in a culture that seems to idolize youth above all else. Yet here's a quiet truth that often goes unspoken. You may be far more attractive than you realize. In our 20s, good looks are usually defined by a smooth complexion or a perfect figure, but real allure in a mature woman is so much deeper. It lives in the way you carry yourself, the charge in your voice, the calm in your eyes, and the lasting ripple you leave behind in any room. Today's video explores 7 unmistakable signs that you're a genuinely good-looking older woman, even if self-doubt still whispers in your ear. These signs have very little to do with fine lines or hair color. Instead, they prove that timeless beauty is rooted in inner confidence, an unmistakable presence, and the effortless way people respond to you. Whether it's how friends lean in when you speak, how strangers admire your elegant choices, or how a single glance can brighten a stranger's day, these clues reveal an attractiveness that only grows richer with time. Stay with me until the final seconds, and I promise you may walk away seeing yourself in an entirely new light. What you'll hear isn't just about appearance. It's about embracing your value, celebrating your authentic confidence, and recognizing the quiet charm that draws others irresistibly toward you. Who knows? You might discover you've been overlooking obvious proofs of your own beauty all along. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect moment. Hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. If you find yourself enjoying this video, type 1 in the comments. If it misses the mark for you, type 0, and I'll keep raising the bar. All right, let's begin. 1. People compliment your presence, not just your looks. One of the clearest signs that you're a good-looking, mature woman is when praise focuses on the atmosphere you create rather than individual features. When we're young, compliments often hover on the surface. Dimples, glossy hair, a picture-perfect jawline. Yet, as the decades pass, true admiration gravitates towards subtler qualities. The warmth in your smile, the serene way you enter a room, the confidence that seems to hang in the air around you. Think back to the last compliment you received. Was it something like, "Your energy is so comforting," or "I feel calmer when you're around"? These remarks suggest people feel safe, seen, and valued in your company. Your body language, the rhythm of your speech, even the pauses you allow between sentences, these elements weave together into an elegant tapestry others find magnetic. Consider Adelina, a 73-year-old retired librarian from Zagreb. She never viewed herself as traditionally glamorous. She's petite, her hair turned silver early, and she prefers practical shoes over high heels. Yet strangers constantly strike up conversations with her in cafes, and store clerks light up when she enters. One frosty morning, a bus driver literally stepped down from the vehicle just to offer Adelina his arm as she boarded. That simple gesture revealed a profound truth. Her appeal sprang not from chasing youth, but from the poised serenity she radiated. Many women underestimate how deeply posture, eye contact, and a calm smile shape the way others perceive them. When you stand tall, lift your gaze, and greet the world with an expression that says, "I belong here," people quietly take note. They feel drawn to you in grocery aisles, at concerts, and in waiting rooms, not because you resemble a magazine cover, but because you seem comfortable in your own skin. If you've ever noticed strangers lingering to chat, neighbors pausing in the hallway just to exchange a few extra words, or friends constantly seeking your perspective, accept it as evidence. Your beauty is broadcasting on a frequency that has nothing to do with age. 2. Younger people admire your style and elegance. A second unmistakable sign is the genuine curiosity that younger women, and often younger men, show toward your sense of style. True sophistication isn't about squeezing into the latest trend. It's about choosing pieces that honor who you are now and wearing them with assurance. When someone decades younger stops you to ask where you found that scarf, how you matched those earrings, or how you keep your wardrobe so cohesive, they're recognizing a level of refinement that transcends age. Meet Lucretia, a 68-year-old former architect living in sunny Seville. Lucretia prefers neutral trenches, linen trousers, and silk scarves she's collected from local artisans. She doesn't chase every season's fad, yet a 21-year-old design student recently told her, "I keep an inspiration folder on my phone called Lucretia Looks. One day, I want to age as gracefully as you." That single confession illustrates what genuine elegance does. It inspires. Style isn't about price tags or fashion rules. It's an external expression of inner harmony. A well-tailored coat, a hat that frames your face, a palette that complements your complexion. These choices whisper to the world that you value yourself enough to present your best self each day. If junior colleagues imitate how you knot a belt or ask your opinion on color combinations, it's because they sense authenticity, not vanity. By the way, if you've made it this far and feel the content resonates, drop a 2 in the comments. I read every single one. 3. People maintain strong eye contact and listen intently when you speak. The third signal is the quality of attention you receive in conversation. Eye contact is one of humanity's most primal indicators of interest. When someone is genuinely captivated, they hold your gaze a little longer, answer with their eyes, and angle their body toward you. If your stories consistently command that kind of focus, it's likely your presence is irresistible. Consider Bella, a 71-year-old translator from Krakow. At a dinner party, she recounted her solo journey through the Andes, how she braved night buses, tasted mountain coffee, and danced with locals under lanterns. Mid-story, even the couple arguing about politics stopped to listen. After dessert, a young man admitted, "The way you speak makes me feel like I was right there with you." That observation confirms an essential truth. An expressive voice, steady eye contact, and deliberate pacing can mesmerize listeners regardless of age. Captivation grows from authenticity. When your experiences have sharpened your insight, you naturally speak with clarity. You don't rush, you choose words thoughtfully, and you allow silences where meaning can breathe. Listeners find themselves leaning in, mirroring your posture, nodding at your cadence. Without knowing why, they feel enriched by your words. And that magnetic pull is, in itself, a testament to your beauty. 4. You receive specific compliments on your skin, hair, or posture. A fourth sign is the way others notice the care you invest in your body. Glowing skin, lustrous silver strands, or regal posture. These details may sound superficial, yet they reveal something profound. You respect yourself. In a society quick to dismiss older women, that self-respect is dazzling. Let's talk about Olga, a 70-year-old ceramic artist working in Vilnius. Olga never bought pricey creams. Instead, she swore by olive oil, wide-brimmed hats, and steady hydration. One afternoon at her studio exhibition, a guest marveled, "I can't believe your hands shape clay all day. The skin looks like porcelain." The compliment wasn't about youthfulness. It was about vitality. Hair tells a similar story. A sharp steel-gray bob or a crown of cloud-white curls can stop strangers in their tracks when it's healthy, shiny, and intentionally styled. Whether you embrace natural silver or add a hint of color, effortless elegance in your hair signals pride in who you are. And posture? It's your silent resume. Straight shoulders, a relaxed neck, and a purposeful gait imply inner resilience. When commuters step aside to let you pass or friends note, "I could spot your silhouette anywhere," that admiration lands because your posture quietly commands respect. If you're still watching and find these insights useful, tap 4 in the chat. Your participation fuels future content that uplifts and celebrates you. 5. People respect and acknowledge your confidence. The fifth sign is how others respond to your inner steadiness. Confidence isn't bluster. It's the calm certainty that blossoms after weathering storms. When people solicit your advice, value your time, or naturally defer to your judgment, they're reacting to a radiant self-assurance that no cosmetic can provide. Think of Esmeralda, a 75-year-old cafe owner in Lyon. She never sugarcoats feedback, but she delivers it with kindness. Young baristas gather around her at dawn, not because she promises instant success, but because her words carry weight. One newcomer confessed, "I trust every instruction you give because you speak like someone who's already solved the puzzle." Her authority makes her magnetic. Confidence shifts the very air in a room. It looks like measured pauses before speaking, like shoulders that don't slump under pressure, like eyes that list their own worth without arrogance. That steadiness reassures colleagues, family, even strangers on the subway. They sense you won't be rattled by small mishaps. You've outgrown the need for external validation. And confidence, paradoxically, breeds kindness. When you no longer worry about proving yourself, you can focus on uplifting others. That warmth, paired with your unshakable poise, creates an allure that defies age or expectation. 6. You possess a naturally warm, charismatic presence. The sixth clue is harder to pinpoint, but easy to feel: an atmosphere of welcome. Some people enter a space and the temperature seems to rise. If strangers confide secrets in you, friends claim you brighten their entire week, or neighbors linger at your doorway just for the pleasure of your company. You are projecting a charisma far deeper than aesthetics. Meet Maria Jose, a 69-year-old former nurse residing in Porto. Her laugh is quiet but contagious. Her listening style careful and engaged. Cashiers remember her name. Teenagers wave when she passes. And exhausted parents in the park somehow end up telling her their toddler troubles. One evening, a young mother said, "You have a way of making everyone feel safe." That is charisma. Facial expressions are key. Genuine crow's feet signal decades of joy. Softened brows invite open conversation. Gestures matter too. A tilt of the head to acknowledge a point. Palms turned outward as if to say, "I'm here with you." A steady nod that fuels another person's courage to share. Remember, people rarely recall exact sentences, but they always remember how you made them feel. When your presence offers comfort, validation, or creative spark, they subconsciously label that sensation as beauty. If you're still here, finding these reflections meaningful, type 6 below. Your engagement shows there's a community hungry for stories that honor mature femininity. 7. You catch people stealing glances at you. Finally, the seventh sign, those fleeting but unmistakable double takes. Perhaps it's a lingering look on a train platform, a respectful once-over at a gallery opening, or a bashful smile in a bookstore aisle. These quiet moments prove that attraction spans far beyond conventional youth. Let me introduce Grazia, a 67-year-old former attorney from Bratislava. She favors long linen coats, understated perfume, and emerald drop earrings. At a jazz concert last April, she noticed a man across the aisle glance her way, turn back to the stage, then look again with a thoughtful smile. After the show, he approached, apologized for staring, and confessed, "Your elegance demanded my attention." She laughed, deciding in that instant that age truly has no power to dim real allure. Why do those secret glances happen? Because you've mastered a rare balance: confidence without arrogance, elegance without effort, presence without pretension. You stroll instead of rushing, observe instead of scrolling, and inhabit your clothes instead of letting them wear you. Passers-by may not understand why they notice you, only that they do. And that small, consistent miracle says more about your beauty than mirrors ever could. Final thoughts. Let's pause and gather these 7 signs into a single frame. Beauty in later life isn't about turning back the clock to 25. It's about depth, of character, of experience, of self-regard. If people gravitate toward your energy, compliment your effortless style, listen with wide eyes to your stories, or sneak respectful glances as you pass, then your beauty is flourishing, not fading. Too often society whispers that aging relegates women to the background, but genuine attractiveness never expires. It evolves. A truly good-looking, mature woman does not sprint after youth. She embraces every chapter, every earned line, every triumph and lesson. Each compliment on your poise, each appreciative smile from a stranger, each heartfelt conversation with a new friend is tangible proof of your radiance. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 signs resonated most strongly? Have you recognized them in your own life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all and cherish your stories. Thank you for spending this time with me. And until our next video, remember, your beauty is not something that was. It's something that is, shining brighter every single day.